So a co-founder of Zenga. So I'll take you through the journey and as well as how we've managed to make a small difference in the industry through the few slides. I founded this company in 2008, whereas we started creating the technology sometime mid 2006, and we actually went live with the mobile TV services first in 2009. The first debut happened with IPL in 2009, where Zenga acquired the global mobile rights for IPL, and we managed to show these services across 140 countries. And then my very close friend Vikram joined me in the business, and he's very smart as far as finance and strategies are concerned, so we are a good combo together. Today we have these sets of services and products that we've built. We have push mail services, a very free push mail service. Now there are many, but when we started in 2008, apart from BlackBerry, we were the only push mail service available in the market. Apart from this, we have another product called Cricket Companion, which is also known as Cricket Zenga. It is the world's largest cricket application base. We are about 8.5 million users, and it's all acquired through word of mouth. In addition to that, we have Facebook and our flagship product, which is Zenga TV. We have many other products which is in the space of CMS, applications, platforms, integrations that we do. Today's focus, I would be doing a little more on the Zenga TV piece of it, because that's where we feel we've been able to add the most value. Currently, we have 7+ million users in India. These are unique users doing more than 55 million video views a month. These are 7+ million concurrent monthly users, which means these users come to us month on month, and it is growing. We have managed to get this user base for multiple reasons. Currently, this 7 million plus basically means 60+% of the market share on the video consumption happening on mobile. How we've managed to get this is because we've managed to crack the codes of being able to deliver it at a 2.5G and above network. So if you have an edge service running on your phone, you could actually watch a seamless mobile TV service on your phone. That's one part which is technology challenge that we overcome by writing a better technology, writing a code. So we have our own encoders, our own decoders, or our own streaming servers and ad injection systems, which derives that. In addition to that, we also went ahead and acquired a lot of contents, because not enough content and a good technology does not make sense. The other way around also does not make sense. I have a lot of content but not good enough technology to service it, does not make sense. So we had to have a combo of both, which actually led to a scenario where we ended up getting a lot of users. Again, if you would have noticed, you would have never come across an advertisement saying watch Zenga TV, because we don't promote. All these users have been acquired through word of mouth, which is why the concurrency and retention of user and user loyalty is extremely high. We currently do about more than 100+ live TV channels. We have a bouquet of 10,000 odd movies. We have a lot of shows. We have taken special rights from the TV channel companies to be able to play around with their FPC. FPC is the schedule, the fixed point chart that they run, which is the run order of the TV channel. So because the prime times of mobile and web is going to be different from the prime time of TV, and we know very well that we can't replace TV, so we are actually making efforts to bring content to the afternoon. To give you a very classic example, if you're watching Discovery in the night, it is one of the best premium, most content that you're watching. But the same Discovery channel, when you want to watch it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you end up seeing a teleshopping network selling you Rudraksha malas. So people who click on the logo of Discovery channel on my platform and suddenly see Rudraksha mala, I don't want them to get shocked. And no matter what we say, the data charges are quite expensive yet in this country. So paying a premium amount and wanting to spend your time to entertain yourself, you don't want to watch a Rudraksha mala. So we have battled with the content owners, and we've made sure that we've got secured access rights where we can play around with the FPC, bring the right content to the afternoon. All these tele-shopping network slots that they sell, we chop that off, replace that with another content that is making more sense for the users. And we've managed to do that over the last 2-3 years, which is why the content has become more sticky, more attractive, and people have started spending more time. Uh, in addition to this, this is how we see the mobile TV space move. The universe on the mobile is far larger than the TV. We are talking about a differential between 120 million or 130 million TV homes versus 900 plus million mobile phones in the market. We're talking about growth in mobile medium is much faster than the TV medium. So there are more mobiles sold than the TV sold. The potential is far larger than what can be. And people spending time on each of these devices, whether it is TV or mobile, it's a blind eye guess that it's mobile where you spend more time. And if you are given more content and more engagement in a right quality and a price, you would do it. So the beat on the price, we made the whole service free. So for the last 3 years, we've been running the service free for consumers. You can say it's kind of a parallel to the Facebook that we will find alternate ways of making money, but let the user enjoy everything free of cost. So and that's what we've been doing, and we don't work with operators. So we've never worked with the operators in the past. We don't work with operators. We deliver this service directly B2C. In other words, I can claim that I own the user base. In any other service model that you are doing, which you're running through an operator, the operator owns the user base. So you never get to claim the user base, you never get to own the user base. If operator throws you out of the service, you suddenly lose that chunk of user base that you have been assuming that it was yours. So in our case, we own the user base, we have direct access, we interact with the user base, we track the behavior pattern, the content viewing behavior pattern. We now know what is the prime time for a mobile and what is the prime time for a web, and what are the kind of content they like. So a lot of notions that we've seen in the last past, which I have also been a part of a few years back, where in seminars like this, people talk that, oh, the big movies of 2 hours won't work. We have to cut it down to 20 minutes movie, and that's what is going to work on mobile, because who's going to spend 2 hours on mobile? But to my shock, because I had my editing studio not ready, I had put the full-length movies on my platform, and people started consuming it. And when people started consuming it, and 2 months later when I had my editing studio ready and I had the 20 minutes version of the same movies available on the same platform, people were still consuming the full-length movie. And what I saw as a behavior is they could just pause it and leave and come back later and watch it from there. Which is where, I mean, a lot of our notions have gone wrong. Consumers are behaving totally different, which we cannot predict. And I feel personally that we are no one to take a decision on behalf of the consumers. Let's put the content in all possible versions, formats out there, and let the consumers take a call. Let the consumers decide what they want to watch. Right, so this is just a snapshot of what we have, but we have much larger. So we also own Viacom 18 contents exclusively. We similarly own few other contents exclusively. Spending a little extra money and owning that exclusively, we wanted to experiment and figure out that if the rest of the market is cordoned off from undercutting us, how well can we deliver and how well can we position and make a premium? Is this a viable business model or not? And converging the same thing as an experience between web and mobile is what we wanted to do. So when a user moves away from home, his natural, and if he's watching content, which is let's say a TV show or something, and his natural idea would be I'm missing out on it. So instead of trying to get delayed for his meeting or wherever he has to rush to, he would rather switch to a mobile. And when he finally reaches office, maybe switch to a laptop. So multiple medium transitioning is what we enabled doing this and giving a seamless service. So we currently hold the largest market share in the mobile video consumption space. And this is a snapshot of how we delivered the IPL 2009 across 140 countries over a 2.5G network. We didn't have 3Gs that time. And the technology that we have managed to crack actually enables a user to watch a content at even as low as 20 kbps of bandwidth. Any other service globally needs at least 78 kbps of bandwidth. What we cracked as a technology was also that all the technologies work on a packet transfer model where you cut a capsule a few seconds, process it, send it to the phone, and while that capsule is playing, you're downloading another capsule and you're processing it back to back. And if the network speed is faster than your playing speed, you don't see a buffer. If the network speed is slower than the playing speed, you see a buffer. What we did is, we did the same chopping, but we did it at a frame-to-frame layers. So we started doing every second has 25, 30 frames in an ideal scenario. We take 20 frames and we chop each of those frames and we transfer each of those frames instead of doing as seconds, which is why it is as seamless as a TV. While you're watching it, if the network drops, which happens very often, you would lose that portion, but your resumption of the content is extremely instant. So the experience is not bad. It's like watching a TV and you move your eyes off and then you watch it again. So you move that content, but your experience is still the same. So that's how we've managed to get a better effect. More than that, because the content can be delivered at a lower kbps of bandwidth, I can show 30 times more content at the same price being spent by the same user against any other services. So my content consumption grows. So if somebody is willing to pay 100 rupees a month and could watch only 2 hours of content with that, in my scenario, will be able to watch 50 hours of content. So that's the difference that I'm making in this space. This is how we deliver it, where you would again get surprised, because we found that one of the biggest roadblock for a user, a novice user or a layman, I mean, not every user is a techie. So if you want to make your product mass, if you want to make your product go everywhere that people can watch it, even a driver could watch it, that's when you have to make it as simple, as dumb as it is possible. So we took away the whole concept of mobile applications, because the mobile applications you are fighting and you're running a chasing, it's like a goose chase. It's going on. Earlier there used to be 5 handsets launched in a month. Now there are 5 handsets launched every day maybe. So with that kind of, I will have to have a huge band of people who are sitting and porting into new devices, new operating system, new versions, new resolutions, new screen, new keypads, and new version combos which are coming up. Then there is a huge set of Chinese products which are coming up, which you don't even have a development kit for. How do you get ported into that? But all these phones, which are the new generation's phones, starting even at a 3,000 rupees and above phones, come with one common set of things, which is browser, data connectivity, and a backend RTSP protocol enabled on that. As long as the device has that, it will play my service. So it is as simple as opening yahoo.com, you open zengatv.com, on mobile you open m.zengatv.com, you will see a screen like this with different content, which is divided into live content, into shows and movies. You click on that, it picks up your resident player and it starts playing. So we have taken all the pain of building it into multiple format, identifying the handset, giving you the right format, delivering it in the right kbps, just to make sure your experience is seamless and as simple as possible. For people who don't want to remember zengatv.com, they can download a launcher app, which is a very small 10 kbps of app, as small as it can be burnt on a SIM card also. And all you do is click on it. That does the job of opening the browser and putting the URL for you and opening the site for you. So as simple as that. These are some different screenshots for the same. We've done a lot of other challenging jobs, like this is a very pronounced event which happens in Goa called Sunburn. DJs from all over the world come and play 3 mad days of just music, composed right there, played right there, people dancing. And we were encoding live from the beach and broadcasting those on mobile and web. This is another event that we did, which is where we basically, for the first time, the digital medium was given a preference over a broadcast medium, because we've always been treated as a stepson, where the content will first go on broadcast medium. After it has been used, juiced out in broadcast medium is when the digital medium is given the choice. In this event, this was a reality show run by MTV, where there were 10 rooms with a couple in each room. The concept was the room would start shrinking every day, and finally the 20 feet by 20 feet room will become a 10 feet by 5 feet room, and you have to still live in it and for 30 days period. We planted 3 cameras each in each room and broadcasted each room live 24/7 for 30 days. So user had the choice of clicking the room real time, anytime during the day for that 30 days period, and choose which room he wants to watch anytime he wants. Obviously there were challenges of obscenity and fights and vulgarity and other things. So we were doing that editing in real time. These are some of the awards that we've collected in the last few months, few years. In fact, last 5 of them happened in the last 5 months, which include some international awards, NASCOM awards, good recognition. These are some of the deliveries we've done. In addition to running mobile TV services, we also used to manage from 2009 till 2011. We've managed IPLT20.com, the mobile and web services for that. We've run Champions League, CLT20.com, the mobile and web services for that. In fact, the IPL-T20.com reaches a peak of 600 million users in a season. So managing that itself is, getting a chance to manage that itself is like nirvana. And finally managing it is a huge satisfaction, because only a Facebook or a Google alternate to this can give you that kind of load to manage and challenge something like that. That also gives us a chance to validate our own technology, that we can manage that, which means if Zenga TV today, which is about 7 million users with 55 million views, which means 55 million hits a month, if it becomes 700 million hits a month, I will still be able to manage it. At least the technology is validated on that basis. We've done something very new in the mobile TV space. We've not gone the banner advertisement route. We've gone the route where we are doing ad injections, exactly the TV format. So in the breaks, in the TV, when the ad comes, we replace those ads. We have a technology to identify the ads. We replace those ads and sell those ads directly as an ad spot instead of selling banner ads, which is very well known in the MVAS industry. Yeah, just finishing up. These are some examples of how we've run the ads in the past. These are the brands who supported us. This is how the market looks. I guess you guys already know that. Pretty much I'm done. So if you have questions, I'm happy to answer. What we've done successfully with 2 products is for the first 1 or 2 years, we've not gone out at all. In fact, for my second product, which is my Cricket Companion product, it is the 4th year running and I'm the largest in the world, but I'm still not doing a marketing on that. We do silent marketings in a different way altogether, which is we do social media engagements. Our TV partners, for example, are Colors. When you watch Colors, you would actually not see a Zenga, but the slides that you see at the end of every show, you will see watch Colors live on m.colorstv.in. But if you make the effort of going to m.colorstv.in, you'll be surprised you'll land up at zengatv.com. So that drives a lot of traffic for us. You would also ask me a question that if I'm giving it free and I'm spending money on content and technology and innovation and everything, where am I making money? I'm fortunately the only profit-making company in this space today in India. All the other companies who are competing me in India, outside India also, are facing a huge challenge, and they are either not being able to meet profits or going negative majorly. The reason is we found that let's make the content free for users, let's find alternate sources for revenue. And we today embed to almost all the handset manufacturers in India. So they take our services, which is much better than operators, because operator take our services, give us a small revenue share, that also few months later. Whereas handset manufacturer gives us a better money, advance payment, and it's a straightforward deal. So that's how and that also becomes a marketing angle for us, because if the product is going embedded on the handset, let's say Nokia burns 2 million handsets with my product. Even if we have 10% uptake happening out of that, I still get 200,000 users from that. So these are all marketing channels that we have. That's how we get users, in addition to advertisement revenue that we have. No, free. I have an engine which can enable subscription, but I have made the content free, both for web and mobile. All content that is on the deck is free. So Nokia, Micromax, Lemon, Spice, Olive, Samsung, I can just go on. It's almost everybody. Yes. We are not application, so we don't have to worry about CDMA or EA. We have work available on both. Yes, both. I agree. So Reliance has both, Tata has both, and we work with all of them. So for us, we've taken ourselves away from the limitations of a handset, limitations of an operating system. We've moved away from that. So for us, all we need is a browser. Doesn't matter what operating system. All we need is a player. Doesn't matter what background, what handset, what operating system, as long as it has data connection. That's right. No, it actually, we do while we were doing that, we initially faced this as a technology challenge, but we have an image enhancement engine which actually does a compression as well as enhances the image, which is why you will see a much seamless experience while you are running. Plus we have variable bit rates and adaptive bit rates, so when the bandwidth goes up or comes down while you are moving, it automatically senses and identifies and gives you the right kind of frames based on how much you can consume. No. Sure. Main revenue is from handset manufacturers and from India. Global revenues we have not tapped in as yet. Maybe next year we'll start. Just busy expanding the numbers. Okay, thank you.